Hey Wellness Warriors, this is Megan Davies, Tigress Nutrition and Mindset Coaching. Today I wanted to go over what to do with oysters and why you should eat them. So some of you guys are finding me for the first time. I am a mindset and nutrition coach, so I work with people on the inner world and showing them how to provide healthy, delicious meals from home and why they would do that. Why would you change your habits? So those are all things I talk about, and I hope you find today's tip insightful. What do you guys think about oysters? Put some comments down below. I'd love to hear, have you tried oysters? What do you think about them? Are you repulsed? Are you interested? A few years ago, I tried oysters for the first time, and I had kind of like a psychedelic experience with them. And you know, I use that term like pretty loosely, but at the time I had like recently transitioned out of becoming vegan, and oysters are really high in B12. You can get your I think it's like 1,000% of your daily value of B12 can come from your oysters, which is really high. They're really high in B12. They're also really high in zinc, which you need to produce adequate amounts of stomach acid. Magnesium, which pretty much everyone is deficient in, and zinc, magnesium, B12, manganese, copper, a host of whole minerals. So I'm gonna flip the camera down and show you guys what I'm doing. So let's get this down here, flip this down, let's see, how are we doing there? Just a whole lot of bicep right now. All right, so there we go. So, well, that's great. All right, so I've got 3 different types of oysters. These are from Rock Point, these are from Penn Cove, and these are from DeBob Bay. All 3 of these are from Whole Foods. If you guys are in the Seattle area, you can also get them from Central Co-op. Someone in the elevator just told me you can get them at Waijamaya. I haven't had them there yet, so can't vet it. So oysters come alive. They are living creatures, and you know, the lady at the meat department was telling me that you can freeze oysters. So because oysters are fresh and living, they're only going to be good for 2 days. So I'm going to eat 4 of these on camera, and then the rest I might eat later tonight, or probably tomorrow morning. I might start my morning that way. So another tip that I learned is that if you bang on the oysters, that's how they should sound. If they sound hollow, your oyster is dead. So don't eat that oyster. Oysters are also covered in barnacles, so you want to use and they're also really sharp. Sometimes when you're using your shucker, pieces of the shell are gonna come off. So just to protect our hands, we're gonna be using a kitchen towel. I've got some lime here. I like doing a little bit of lime zest, the microplane, and a little bit of lime juice. So I'm gonna try 1 of each. Maybe I'll do 2. And yeah, I'll tell you guys how they taste differently. So see if I can really get up in here. So kind of fun to, it's like a little baby. So you wanna, this is an oyster shucking tool. I really quite like this one because it makes me feel like Peter Pan. They also come longer and skinnier. So typically I try and get, right in here. This is where it's going to be separating. So you'll find an area. It's kind of like opening a paint can. You're gonna push down and wiggle, and some of them, there we go, are a little bit more stubborn, like people. But you're gonna, you know, wiggle it down and split it open. So, see, this guy's still a little bit attached. So, I hope none of you guys are squeamish. So, pilot oyster is going to be attached to the top. No pearls in this one. And then here is your oyster body. Let's see if you guys can really get in there. Typically, I like to kind of brush it off. You can see there's some like shell bits right there. Yeah, I mean, it's not terribly scary. I'll also like go in there with my knife, and it's usually attached on one side. So right here, I can see it's still attached. So that's gonna, there we go. So this guy should just, I mean, you could, if you wanted to, you could just pick it up and eat it. I like to just kind of pull some of that seawater out and then line them up, see how they taste differently. So here's our second one, a little bit smaller. This one's kind of pretty down on the end there. It's got some like iridescentness there. Oh, I think I lost you guys for a second. So I'm gonna go for the second one. Wrap this guy in the cloth. That's a nice, easy one. You can see there's that gap in between. So you want to make sure your oysters are pretty tightly closed. See if I can try and get in here. So this is a good example of why we're taking our fingers to brush it off. So if you're gonna go straight from the shell and like slurp it up, it's really great to take off some of these shell fragments. It smells good. I mean, it smells like the sea. So, okay. This guy. I'm gonna throw these guys in the fridge right away. I want to keep them nice and fresh for later. New to oysters, I have some like kraut brine here, which could be also like really delicious on here. You know, some people will put horseradish. This one's kind of fun. It's like really, really big. All right, let's see. This one might break. We'll see. Oh yeah, it's a tough guy. I really enjoy shucking my own oysters. I think it's like a really nice feeling of like working for your food. This guy is like really holding on here. Oh, this one's like really beautiful. This is like a nice anatomy of an oyster here. Let's see if you guys can really get in there. So, kind of see how beautiful these guys are. You can see like this is where the top is attached to the top. And so, really want to see if you guys can get focusing. There we go. So you can see some like shell fragments down here. This is why we go ahead and like brush that off. You know, this is gonna, these little shell fragments are gonna end up in your mouth. It's kind of inevitable, really. So, you know, a little bit of a shell calcium isn't that big of a deal. So just run your hand over the top. You know, it's like not too bad. This one's really beautiful. I do enjoy like checking out the anatomy and seeing what beautiful creatures these guys are. I got some kids outside my window right here on the street. All right, guys. So I got my lineup. At this point, I don't really remember who's from where, but if you're a novice, you can also like have something to drink after. I wouldn't like, I don't know if I really wouldn't suggest choosing something that's sweet. I'm gonna do a little bit of lime zest on here because, you know, can't help myself. I like to get chefy. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of kraut brine. Did have some oysters with a friend and they served it with like, I don't know what it was called. It was like this champagne and lemon juice, like little sorbet. That was kind of nice. So go ahead and pop this back up. Let's see. Technical difficulties right here. There we go. Okay. So, here we go. Nope, still cutting off my head. There we go. Ta-da! Today I am my own camera woman, so I'm just gonna do these on camera, and maybe there's some differences between these two. See how they go. So. Oh, interesting. This one wasn't so salty. It's probably like the least sea-like. At the end there, it does taste like an oyster, but the beginning's pretty mild. Let's try this guy. I have been experimenting at taking these at different times of the day and seeing how I feel. I do think they're a great pre-workout if you guys can get into it. They're pretty light on the stomach. So like it's not that like I'm so full I'm gonna like puke if I'm like doing burpees or whatever you're doing, you know. So they're a little bit lighter. I mean, 3 is good. I did do 6 a few weeks ago and like I was super full. Like I was like, I don't know if I can just like, might have just like a light salad. Just the lime zest. I was worried I got like a little piece of shell or something. They're all slightly different. That's fun. I highly recommend you guys try different varieties. All 3 of these guys are local, so it's kind of cool. They're like DeBob Bay. What was the other one? Rock Point, and I can't remember the other one. But they're all like pretty local to Washington and pretty close. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of Googling and see how close these are. It's cool to eat the food that is from your local environment because your immune system then begins to tune into your local environment, which is how it's supposed to be, right? So as I'm always telling my wellness warriors that food is information that's washing over your body. So to be intentional about the information you're giving your body is key. That guy was attached a little bit. Had to like fight him off. I do prefer the smaller ones. That one was the really big one. It's like the size of my face. Yeah, they're all slightly different. Got some like different nuances to them, but I am no oyster connoisseur, so I just want to show you guys how easy it is. There's really not much to it. Like, so you just get it in there and like wiggle it, and eventually it'll catch. It just kind of gives. So I hope this inspires you guys. Like, I got my oyster knife for like 10 bucks, and oysters are $1 each. Try and choose ones that are, you know, pretty good quality, and usually at least double or triple that if you go out to like a restaurant, which is lovely. I mean, you could like sit on the ocean front and have them already shucked for you, but I think it's really fun to work for your food and like, you know, unlock that treasure that's in that shell. I always look for pearls, but I haven't found one yet. Perhaps it's like a certain type of oyster that makes pearls. So, alright guys, I hope this inspires you to try oysters and experiment. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I am really curious to hear what you guys think about oysters. Are you inspired to incorporate having a little bit more oysters? I have found from personal experience that they do help me eat. So they're like a nice appetizer. I'm gonna see, I'll write down in the comments below. Let's see, check the time now, set a timer, and see like if I'm starting to get hungry. So as I said in the beginning of the video, they're really high in zinc, which if you are a man watching is crucial to produce enough testosterone. For women, you know, we have testosterone too, but it can help like keep things in a healthy balance. And magnesium, we're all deficient in it. You are deficient in magnesium, you will know because your eye will be twitching, or like, I don't know if you've ever had the experience of like, there's like a muscle twitch on your body and you're like, oh, like that is happening. Why is that happening? You're deficient in magnesium. Constipation can also happen if you don't have enough magnesium. Pretty much just like anything tight in the body. You can also take it for headaches. Pretty cool. Let me know if you've ever had an oyster to help get rid of a headache. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here and comment below and tell you guys how the rest of my day is going. So I hope this inspires you to try oysters. See you guys next time.